This past Friday, Paul Ryan and the Republicans and Donald Trump and everybody who's been pushing for a repeal and replace of the Affordable Care Act were dealt a devastating blow when the Republicans couldn't even muster enough people to vote for their disgusting health care replacement bill. And while this is a massive failure for Donald Trump, it's a massive failure for the Republican Party, nobody is going to feel that failure more than Paul Ryan. And here's why. Paul Ryan has done nothing but talk about repealing Obamacare, coming up with a Republican plan for over 7 years. Every campaign that Paul Ryan has run since the enactment of the Affordable Care Act has been against the Affordable Care Act. That was his only campaign talking point ever. That's how he became Speaker of the House. By telling everyone that John Boehner wasn't tough enough on Obamacare, he would be tough, put him in position, he's going to make it right. Well, he failed. He had one thing that he wanted to do as Speaker of the House, and he couldn't even get enough people to vote on it. Now, they could have voted, but it would have failed because they didn't have enough Republican votes. So he didn't even bother. He gave up before he even really tried. Donald Trump stepped in, tried to sell this bill to Republicans, and he failed. But this is Paul Ryan's failure first and foremost. This is the only issue this man has been talking about, the only issue he's been tweeting about for years. And he couldn't even do it. And what this means is that 2018 is going to be a very bad year for Paul Ryan. Because in addition to trashing Obamacare for years, he's also in general trashed President Obama. In fact, in a tweet this morning, he said, we're going to work on repealing some of these confusing labor laws of Barack Obama. All of the responses to that were, what is your obsession with this man? He's not the president anymore. Why don't you work on leading? That's not going to work as a campaign strategy for Paul Ryan in 2018. He wants to continue to bash President Obama, to bash Obamacare, thinking that this is going to get him reelected somehow. But it's not. The American public knows that the failure of the American Health Care Act, the Republican plan, was not because of Democrats. It was because of Republicans. It was because of Paul Ryan. It was because of Donald Trump. You cannot run on a platform saying that this was the Democrats' fault, even though Donald Trump is out there expressly saying that today. That's not the truth. You cannot run trashing a president who left office 2 years ago and expect to continue to win. How do we know this? Because the Democrats tried that in 2010 and it didn't work. You can't continue trashing the old and ignoring the fact that your party's not doing a very good job leading. But Paul Ryan's going to keep at it. He's going to keep talking about Obama. He's going to keep talking about Obamacare. He's going to keep talking repeal and replace. And in 2018, if he doesn't change his strategy, Paul Ryan will be the one repealed and replaced. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you've done all those things, please check out all the videos below. Stay up to date with everything we do here at Ring of Fire.